Hey, what's up? It's Comic 95 the Savior. So, for this video, I'm going to give you ladies 25 tips to let you know if you are probably in a relationship with a Japanese fuck boy. Now, before we get started, let's all use common sense here. It is impossible to talk about anything that deals with Japan and its people without anything coming off as prejudice, racist, whatever. If you've watched any of my other videos, I don't believe in sugarcoating crap. I'm just gonna say it like it is and for what it's worth and what it really is. If you talk to a Japanese person, most of the things that are wrong with Japan, they will obviously, try to reassure you, oh, that's not true, we're not racist, we're whatever. Because unlike the experiences that you have in America, whereas white nationalists take pride in being racist and making differences between black and white, most Japanese people like to believe that they're not like that. They don't like having any type of negative attention on their country like any normal sane person should. And as always, when things don't apply to you, it's easy for you to not see these things. So most Japanese people be like, oh, Japanese people don't use foreigners for sex. Try saying that to a foreign girl. Their experience is going to be totally different from what a Japanese girl thinks. Most Japanese women think that their own men have low sex drives, when in actuality they have pretty high ones, but that's all another story. We ain't finna get into that. My point is, I cannot have a real conversation with you guys without stepping on someone's toes, basically. And that's the risk I'm willing to take. I don't care. Excuse me guys, I had to cough. So anyway, like I was saying, also before we get started, I want to let you ladies know, just being real, if you're coming to me for advice, like how I get a lot of you guys sending me messages on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, whatever, email me. If you're asking me or the internet for advice on your relationship, it's over. I'm just being real with you. It's trash. He's cheating on you. Everything you believe that's wrong, it is. Run. But the reality is, because I know that you're going to be stubborn, you're so in love, you really have a thing for Japanese guys, blah, 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 I know you're not going to listen to me. And you want to know why I know you're not going to listen to me? Because I didn't listen to myself or other people either. I was once in your shoes as well. The reality is, if you have a gut feeling something doesn't feel right, doesn't seem right, you suspect that he's cheating on you, you think he's lying about what he's doing, you are probably right. There's like a 99.9% chance that you are correct. You are not crazy. If you really are looking for genuine advice, whether you should stay or go, leave. Just telling you right now. But because I know you're not going to, let's get into the 25 signs that this guy is not serious about you and he is playing you. So number 1, he tells you that he loves you. So this sounds kind of weird. It's like, wait, why is saying that he loves you a bad thing? They will say it to you early on in the relationship, which is not normal. Keep in mind that in Japan, I love you is not commonly said and it holds no weight. So even if a guy says it to you in Japanese, he doesn't really mean it. They've been taught that that's a common, romantic phrase that we say in our movies. They mostly watch American movies. They mostly watch Netflix and listen to our music and watch our music videos. They're just trying to get inside of your pants. Trust me, this guy does not really love you. If he's making an emphasis on how much he loves you at the beginning stages of your relationship, it's bullshit. Run. He doesn't really mean it. Number 2, he talks about your body explicitly in public. So I also want to add in private as well. It is not normal for a Japanese man to talk about your body in a very sexual way, in any kind of way. They should not be texting you about how big your breasts are and saying oh pie and whatnot and making you feel uncomfortable in public by talking about how big your boobs are, how big your butt is, or how sexy you're dressed, etc. Don't take that as a compliment. He's just seeing you as a sexual object. If you're okay with being a one-night stand whore and you're just that thirsty for Japanese dick, go ahead, have fun. But my point is, this guy's not serious about you. Trust me. He's probably said this to a million other girls, and once again, he's just trying to get in your pants. Number 3, he tells you that he hates Asian women. So we can either say that he doesn't like Japanese girls or Asian women in general. He'll give you random reasons. It might be he doesn't like their body. He might tell you that they're childish. I normally hear both of these. So either the guy will say, oh, I don't like Japanese women, they're so childish, they're mean, blah, blah, blah. Or, oh, I don't like Japanese women's bodies. They look like little boys. They're flat, blah, blah, blah. They don't have curves, etc. Now, if you're a dumb foreigner, you might take this to your head, like, oh, yeah, like I have big boobs, blah, blah, blah. Take it as a compliment. But in actuality, this guy is, once again, using you. It's a fetish and a stereotype that foreign women are curvaceous, which can be true. Like, for example, I am. But any guy that's just talking to me and telling me that he explicitly does not like his own women, that should not be a compliment to you. It should be a major red flag. He's trying to fulfill his own little fetish and kink, and he believes that because your body is, made and built this way, that you are going to have a high sex drive and be more enjoyable and fun to play with. You're just an experience, and when he gets ready to really get married and have a real girlfriend, he's gonna go back to an Asian girl, not you. Don't waste your time on this guy. Number 4. All of his exes are foreigners, oddly enough. There seems to be a pattern going on here, despite the fact that he doesn't live overseas. However, don't get me wrong, living overseas doesn't necessarily mean anything, but a guy that's living in Japan that is Japanese, born and raised, and for some reason he has a lengthy history of having dated pretty much all foreign women, that's a little bit scary, and that should be a red flag for you. Now, you as the foreign girl, obviously, you don't have as much experience and interaction with other races because most of the country is Japanese, but someone that's Japanese that's clearly seeking and looking foreigners, yeah, that guy's not serious. He's about to play you. Don't waste your time. Don't invest in this dude. He clearly has a type. Whether it is large breasts, pale skin, blue eyes, blonde hair, whatever, he's using you. He's gonna check you off of his bucket list. Number 5, he's a reverse weeboo. So what I mean by this is basically the same thing as what a weeboo might be. Someone that's clearly thirsty, desperate, seeking in regards to dating, not just being a weeboo as in like you're an otaku cosplayer, but someone who is like basically has a fetish. This guy is specifically looking for anything that is foreign, anything that is in English. So he just listens to American music, just watches American TV shows, doesn't like anything Japanese, and that would also obviously go off into his love interest. He's only interested in foreign women. So this guy, his screensaver on his phone is some random white chick. He's obsessed with Ariana Grande. He has posters of white women all over, his room and whatnot. It's just really, really strange. If you didn't know any better, you would think you were back in America or something. Nothing wrong with his personal interest, but basically my point is you're just a trophy to complete his collection. We can reverse this by talking about the typical white guy that has yellow fever that, tries to show off to a Korean girl that he's been practicing Chinese and he has a Japanese sword collection and enjoys sushi, despite the fact that that's not the ethnicity of his girlfriend. Okay, basically same thing here. It should definitely turn you off and be a red flag. This guy is trying to experiment with you. You are just someone that is fulfilling his little fetish. He's probably talking to and seeing other girls and texting them as well. Whether this is a long distance relationship or you guys are both living in the same city, do not be fooled. This guy clearly has a fetish and is actively seeking white girls or actively seeking black girls. If you're okay with that, you like the wannabe black, the wigger, not the wigger, what do they call it? The jigger, whatever you want to call it, Japanese guy that thinks he's black type guy, or you like the Japanese dude that, wants to be a California skater guy, you're okay with that? Okay, have fun. Just let you know, he's probably using you and cheating on you. Number 6, he has what I like to call gaijin fever. So this guy, he not only wants to date you, but he wants to get to know your friends, see if there's better, options out there. He wants to go to international parties, gaijin bars, etc. This guy frequents places that foreigners hang out, whether it's train stations, parties, touristy areas. He cannot get enough of foreign women. He always wants to be around foreigners. He wants to have foreign male friends. He just wants to meet as many girls as possible. This guy stays in the loop of anything that's going on with foreigners here in Japan. That's not a good sign. More than likely, once again, goes back into the previous ones, he's probably just using you and has a thing for foreigners. You just happen to be someone cute that he wants to add to that list, but he's not quite exactly ready to settle down yet. He wants to see what other cute foreign girls are out there. Number 7, this one's gonna sound weird, but he wants to be your boyfriend. Now that doesn't make sense, right? Well, let me explain it. Japanese guys normally don't want to have a girlfriend or any kind of real relationship until they've already settled down. So they've graduated from college and they've already started their career and have probably been working for at least a year or 2. At that point, then they're ready to get a serious relationship because they would like to consider someone that they would, potentially marry in the future. If he is trying to be, in a serious committed relationship with you early on and you guys just started talking and or you haven't even met in person yet, that is a pretty clear telltale sign that this guy is using you. Major red flag. He's just trying to have sex with you, or he's just trying to show off that he can pull a blonde chick. Whatever the case is, he wants to brag to his friends he had sex with a black girl, that he experienced a girl with large breasts. He's trying to fulfill a fetish. You do not want to be with a guy like that. Trust me, he's using you. Don't waste your time on this kind of guy. He's not serious. Number 8. He insists on having dates at his home, your home, or at a love hotel. He doesn't really take you out on a real date. You pretty much go to places that are kind of obviously going to either lead to sex or that don't cost any money if you guys aren't having sex. Now, if you're one of those feminist girls and you feel like, oh, no shade to you guys, I'm just saying, you feel like it's innocent, like, okay, I don't have much money anyway. Trust me, it's not a normal thing culturally here. A guy is going to try to impress you, especially if it's early on in the relationship. If he's, pretty much just doing the same bummy crap, doesn't want to really spend any money on you, or when he does spend money, it's only for a cheap love hotel, you can pretty much guarantee this guy's not serious about you. He's trying to hide something. He doesn't want other people to see you. So he only wants to go to places that are secluded, cheap, no real investment up front. Just have sex at home. Why spend a lot of money to wine and dine? Number 9, he wants you to lie about your relationship. So either he wants you to lie about how you guys met, he wants you to lie about, how serious you guys are about each other, or he wants you to simply say that you're just friends, should you even have the opportunity to meet someone that he knows. Maybe you ran into someone that he knows by accident, or he actually scheduled for you to hang out and meet his friends. Do not be fooled. A lot of girls think, oh, because I met his friends, he's serious. Wrong. He may or may not have told his friends the truth about you, and if they do know the truth, you might not know exactly what that truth was that he told his buddies about you. Same thing goes for family. Meeting the parents means nothing. He could have told his parents that you're a friend of his, a date of his, whatever, and that doesn't necessarily mean that he's serious about you. He probably introduced other girls to his friends and family as well. Trust me, been there, done that. Do not waste your time. It's not necessarily serious. Don't overthink things. Number 10, he only cares about himself during sex. So the only thing that matters to him is making himself come. He does not care about trying to please you sexually. That does not mean that he's not going to, go down on you. He might give you, head. He might have oral sex with you. He might make out with you. He might even cuddle, spoon you, etc. Things that girls like. But it's not going to be for long. And even if everything seems perfect and magical, like, oh, look, he licked my clit type bullshit, okay, it doesn't really mean shit. If he's more focused on himself during the act of having sex, he seems to be in a rush for you to go home, whether it be first thing in the morning or that night. Yeah, he just used you and you pretty much wasted your time, girl. So yeah, red flag is if the guy does not care about you. He has no interest in pleasing you. He's just trying to get himself off. And if he's asking you to do him sexual favors first. So if this guy is basically just like, oh, look, can you suck my dick? Not offering to do anything for you. In fact, it shouldn't even have to be asked. He should be automatically trying to make you feel good first before himself. If he is not doing that, yeah, he's just checking off, fuck the blonde girl, and he's gonna text all his friends exactly what went down. You're wasting your time, making a fool out of yourself, and ultimately playing yourself. You should run. Number 11, he doesn't want you to meet his friends, family, and or coworkers. He wants them to not know anything about you. You basically don't exist outside of you guys' little sexual relationship or your arm candy, just go out on dates relationship. Don't be fooled, once again, ladies. Just because he's not having sex with you on a regular basis does not mean he's not a fuckboy and isn't playing you. He could just be hanging out with you just for the fun of it. Some guys like having a girl to go out on dates with, so it gives the appearance that they have, I don't know, status, class, whatever, because they have a hot foreign girl and they can practice English. Whereas they're not really interested in sleeping with you per se, whereas others just want to have a fuck buddy, and what better person than an easy foreign girl. So with that said and done, yeah, this guy wants to keep his work and real life with his friends and family separate from you. He doesn't want you to meet them, and if you try to squeeze your way into his life, he will try to make up excuses. He'll stop talking to you as much. He'll back off and try to give you signs that yeah, you're creeping him out and he's done. Don't waste your time on this guy. If he's trying to hide you from his friends and family, any excuse that he gives you is bullshit. It's okay to meet his, friends and family before you guys necessarily become serious. He can casually introduce, you to him. Times have changed, and a lot of those little myths and stuff that you read are not true. You most certainly can meet, your to-be in-laws should you ever get engaged, or shall I just say your boyfriend's parents, because it sounds a little bit creepy. Yeah, you can do that without necessarily being engaged or being serious yet. It's okay for you to meet his friends. But if he's not trying to have you meet them at all, I would say that's arguably a lot worse than you meeting him, meeting his friends and lying about, the basis of you guys' friendship or relationship. Number 12. This one can have a whole video for itself. He's too busy to text and or call you back. He has a million excuses. Pretty much, he only replies when you guys have plans. So, what I mean by that is, he only gets back to you like if you guys are planning to go out for beer, or you're supposed to go meet at a love hotel tomorrow, that type of thing. He doesn't really make time to talk to you much. And when he does, he'll read 1 or 2 messages and then either, avoid reading the message at all for like weeks on end, or he'll leave you on red for long periods of time. This guy is not serious about you. He's trying to give you a hint that you're basically just a fuck buddy. Will he ever admit that? Of course not. He's Japanese. It's not in their culture to be honest like that when it comes to brutal and mean stuff. They would rather just, lead you on, let you get the hint. And yeah, this guy is just using you if he's not contacting you. He's not busy with work. Trust me, it's a lie. Despite the fact that myth gets thrown around a lot, I made a video on that when I talked about my 10 lies, I believe, that people believe about Japan. I forgot the title of the video. I'll link it. Yeah, it's not true. Most people here do not work those ridiculous long hours, and even those that do, they always have their phone in their hands just like any other person in the rest of the world. Japanese people also use their phones arguably longer than other people because they spend long portions of their day, excuse the loud noise, taking the train back and forth to work. So on transportation, they use their phone at the end of the day when things are wrapping up and they're just waiting on their boss, etc. Your boyfriend is not seriously so busy with work that he can't talk to you. My boyfriend has been on a business trip in Vietnam for an entire year, and we video chat every day. We talk on the phone every day. We text every day. All day. We text all throughout the day, every single day. And with that said, not to say that your boyfriend has to be that crazy about you. If he can't even reply back to a simple good morning text, how are you, what are you doing? Yeah, he's fucking using you. Don't waste your time, girl. And also keep in mind, if his text messages are too simple, like let's say that's all he says to you, if your conversations consist of good morning, good night, you're cute, I want to see you this weekend, let's go out for drinks, yeah, he's not serious about you. Number 13, he's very secretive and doesn't really tell you anything personal about himself. So he doesn't really want you to get to know him. He probably gave you a fake name. He probably lied about his degree, where he works at, the car he drives, etc. He doesn't really want you to get to know him very much. He might not even let you know where he lives or let you, go anywhere near his place. He really just wants to use you for sex. You're nothing serious. He wants to keep his real personal life separate from his dating, have fun, party, sex life. So this guy is not going to become serious with you. He's not being honest with you from the start. He doesn't want to be honest with you. So to avoid being honest, he simply doesn't want to have the conversation focused on himself. He'll ask you about your friends, your school, your work, how do you like Japan, but he will not talk so much about himself because he's afraid of slipping up and telling you about what he's really been doing when he's so busy with work. Number 14, he always forgets his wallet and he wants to split the bill. Once again, this might be something that's controversial if you're a feminist, an extreme feminist, I should say, radical. And what I mean by that is, I know a lot of girls nowadays don't like the idea of, not splitting the bill, having the guy pay it, but that's pretty much standard and normal here. Japanese guys know that it looks bad if they are splitting the bill on their own. Now, it's totally different if you offer to split the bill and you volunteer, then he may or may not be okay with allowing you to do so. But if he's, basically telling you, oh, the bill is this much, where's your half? Yeah, he ain't serious about you, girl. He's talking to other people. This is an embarrassing thing in Japan. Normally, guys don't even want to split the bill with you, even if they need the money. So, for example, when I go out with my guy friends, if I offer to pay for them, because normally if I ask you out, I'm going to pay for both of us. I don't even do that bill splitting crap. To me, that's stupid. I'll pay for you. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. So, I had to learn this after being here. My Japanese guy friends would be so embarrassed. They would tell me afterwards, and I had to learn. They were like, hey, can you not do that again? Next time, can you give me the money or you can give me your half or whatever later. So for times when I did pay my half of it when I was out with friends. So If your boyfriend is doing that crap with you, he's a lie. Trust me, he didn't forget his wallet. Most guys here either carry them in their back pocket or they carry a man bag. He knew he was going on a date with you. And if he didn't have his wallet, what would he do about train fare and other things like that? Bullshit. Don't buy it. He's playing these mind games with you so that he can, basically get sex, have a nice little date without having to spend any of his real money. You might think that it's cute and a powerful movement by you not paying for yourself, but you're just playing yourself twice. You're giving this guy free cooch because he's getting his sex at the end of the day, and he's not paying even for your food. So that's a win-win situation. Another big reason why Japanese guys like foreign girls, because not only are they easier to convince to go and sleep with them, they don't really have to pay anything. Or at least they think that, because with the whole rise in feminism and whatnot, this is not what feminism is. I know you guys, but this is how people perceive it. Guys here think that, basically they don't have to pay for anything. Like, these girls want to split everything. So it's like, oh, girls that love sex, you don't have to pay for their dates? Why wouldn't you date a Japanese girl? It's pretty much what goes through these guys' mind. I'm being real, saying it like it is. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. Number 15. He pretty much only takes you out to cheap and sketchy izakayas and gaijin bars. He doesn't want to spend a lot of money when you guys do go out, and when you do go out, it's almost always to grab drinks, which is obviously cheaper than it is to buy legitimate food. He wants to drink slowly so that, you guys aren't buying a whole lot. And if he does offer to buy more drinks, it's probably because he went to a cheap izakaya where the drinks are just $2 to $3 each versus paying $5 to $7 or more per a drink. He wants to find the cheapest way possible to get you drunk. Unfortunately, here in Japan, being real, they do not really believe in date rape. Guys do not feel like it's morally wrong to have sex with a woman that is not in her right mind. Most guys will take advantage of this. I cannot tell you how many dates I've been on in which a guy has tried to do that with me. I do get drunk easily. I don't have a high alcohol tolerance, but my tolerance isn't that low either. I get tipsy after 3 drinks, which I think that's normal for a normal person. I ain't drunk though, still in my right mind. Guys that I've been with after I've had 3 drinks, they will literally go from being nice, sweet, get to know you to, oh, let's have sex, go to a love hotel. And I'm thinking do you think I'm really drunk after 3 drinks? And we ate food before this too. Absolutely not. End of date. So, with that said and done, yeah, a guy that's just trying to take you out to a bar, especially if this is a regular thing, you're just going to a bar, just getting drinks, etc. Don't buy that bullshit, oh, I just want to go because I'm shy, I'm Japanese. No, that's not true. He wants to go to a bar with you because it's cheap. It's an easy way to get to know you fast, to see if you're actually cute and look like those pictures that you sent him. And or because bars are also generally close to love hotels here. So, and he probably wants to meet at a bar that's close to his house. Or yours if you happen to have one and he doesn't. So don't fall for that. This guy is using you. Number 16. This guy is just using you for sex. So when you guys do meet, it's always to have sex. You never hang out, you never have dates unless it involves sex. So you might go on a really, really nice date, but after each date, you're going to have sex. There's never any days where you guys just hang out, just have fun, do whatever as friends. You have a regular conversation, go shopping. Nope, just sex. So at the end of your date, it always ends up at a love hotel, or you're at his place, or your place, whatever. It's not even a matter of him how can I put it? It's not like in a normal relationship, if you guys have sex on a regular basis, that's one thing. I do. But for a guy that you know what I mean? I can't explain it to you. A guy that you're not seeing on a regular basis, that you just see maybe once a week, which is kind of regular, but you get what I mean. You're not hanging out every day. So this guy, when he does see you, he only talks to you when he's ready to have a date. When you do have a date, it always ends up with sex. That's always how it goes. You do not have dates just to have dates. The sex is always going to be the end result of your date. The guy is using you. They don't do this for Japanese women. It's not expected. If he's acting it's taboo or weird for you to not be interested, if he pulls back when you don't sleep with him on the first night or after the first few dates, he was definitely using you. Don't feel like you were being too uptight, whatever. He would not do that with a Japanese girl. Trust me. He just knows, why waste my time with this uptight foreign bitch when I could find another desperate foreign chick that's gonna fuck me every time we have a date. Why waste his time with you? He's not serious. It doesn't matter how cute you are, doesn't matter how blonde your hair is, or how blue your eyes are, or how fat your ass is, or how big your fake tits are, or how much lip filler you have. he will find another girl that he thinks looks better than you, that's easier than you, that's more fun than you, and that he can use more than you. Okay guys, I'm tired of the hand signals. We're just gonna do numbers. So, number 17. This guy does not make serious plans with you. So the plans are always very vague. He might tell you, oh, like let's meet on, Friday night. But he doesn't give an exact time, doesn't give an exact location. He's just like, oh, are you free? So he's leaving, his options open. He's not giving you exact plans. He's not giving you many details. And this is pretty much going to be a date that's probably going to end up leading to sex. Once again, this guy is not serious about you. If he was, he would make a real effort to make real plans, reservations, etc., like a normal Japanese man would, to make a good impression on you. If he's not doing that for you, he ain't serious about you. He's not a good guy, and he's probably also talking to other girls as well. You're his backup plan in case things don't work out. So yeah, you're the side bitch, basically. Number 18, he doesn't try to get to know you. So this guy makes no effort to really get to know you. And the reason why is, the more he gets to know you, the guiltier he's going to feel about using you. So he doesn't care about whether you like cats or if you don't eat sushi or, things like that. He wants to know the bare minimum about you. He really just wants to use you for sex, arm candy, just to have fun. He doesn't want things to become serious with you. He doesn't care about what you like because he has to ask that to 5 other girls too. He's just trying to have fun with you and experiment. He's lonely, he's horny, you're fulfilling that for him. He doesn't care about your personal life. And if you would stop talking so much, you would probably realize, I'm the one asking all the questions and he just seems to be replying to the stuff I ask him, but he's not really asking me so much about myself. Your conversation is pretty much strictly about sex, about meeting, where you're gonna have your dates, and about his fake life, about how he's so busy and how he's a graduate from, Harvard University type crap and he owns a Lexus. That type of bullshit. Number 19, he asks you for nudes. This is not something that they would normally ask a Japanese girl, especially not early on in a relationship. If you guys have been dating for a long time, it's totally okay for him to suggest that you guys send each other sexy pictures, but if he's trying to video chat with you and he's trying to take screenshots of you and asking you to show him your pussy and send you pictures of your boobs and talking about what he wants to do to you, yeah, this guy is not serious. He's just horny and he wants to experience having sex with a sex-hungry, high-sex drive foreigner. That's what it all comes down to. You're basically a real-life version of that big titty anime character, even if you don't have big titties. In their mind, you are exactly the ideal of what the perfect woman looks like because you naturally have all of the things that they both draw in their cartoons and the things that women aspire to be themselves. Japanese people are very open with complimenting foreigners. They're not jealous and bitter about it. They openly tell you, oh my god, foreigners look so much better than Asians, blah blah blah. I know Asians can be foreigners too. Stay with me, people. So, anyway, yeah, this guy ain't serious about you. Do not waste your time with him. Number 20, he blames you for everything. So nothing's ever his fault. If you call him out for being a fuckboy, you complain about him being late, you talk about anything that you don't like within your relationship, he threatens to go home, he threatens to end things with you, and he blames you for misunderstanding your not relationship. He accuses you of taking things too far, he accuses you of believing things were something that they weren't, even although he clearly let you on. Once again, this is a matter of keeping himself from having a guilty conscience. He wants to push all the blame on you so that he doesn't feel bad at the end of the day. Number 21. He has bad manners during the date, like using his phone. He has no shame in taking out his phone while you guys are waiting on your food to come, and he'd rather text other girls, like girls' pictures on Instagram, do whatever else, rather than talking to you and getting to know you and having those shy, awkward smiles and conversation. Now, don't get me wrong, you can use your phone on dates. I use my phone with my boyfriend all the time, and so does he. It's okay to do every once in a while, but if this is like a regular thing where this guy is just on his phone like 90% of the time, he always has to text people back, his phone is always on silent, he has to take calls and, walk outside, etc., and he claims his job or his mom, yeah, he's lying, he's talking to other girls and assuring them that he's gonna meet them in 2 hours after you guys are done having your little fun cupcake date at Starbucks. So, yeah, he has a booty call for later. Do not fall for this. Once again, this guy's talking to other girls and he wouldn't do this with other people. It's bad manners to be on your phone while you're on a date in Japan, just as it is in America. It's no different. Number 22. Similar to number 21, He is extremely protective over his phone and his computer. I'm not just talking about because of porn, because let's just say we all been there. But this guy specifically does not want you to use his phone because he's afraid of you seeing who else he talks to. He probably has, accounts on other dating sites. He's texting other girls in his phone. He might have them as his background. He has nudes from other girls, etc. He does not want you to see who he's following. He's extremely secretive about his personal life. He doesn't want you to catch on to what's going on. He doesn't want you to find out about these other accounts, the lies that he's told you and other women. He wants to keep all of his lies obviously a secret to himself. And most of us are very personal with our phones and computers. You can find out a lot about people if you look at their search history and look at their profiles, etc. So yeah, he's secretive for a reason. It's not just in your mind, and no, you're not crazy. Number 23, he does not want to take pictures with you. So you guys do not go to the cute little Japanese photo booths and take little silly pictures together and cute romantic boyfriend-girlfriend style ones. He doesn't want to stop at nice, places that have a beautiful view to take a picture together with you. He does not care about taking couples pictures. He simply wants to enjoy, the moment of having sex and having your fake little date, going out for food. He doesn't want any actual evidence that you guys were ever together, because obviously one of his other girls can see that picture of you too, and he doesn't want you to get the wrong idea either, because somewhere deep down inside, the Japanese part of him knows that it's wrong for him to be playing you. He doesn't want you to have all these couples pictures of you guys together and think you're serious and break your little heart. So he really doesn't want you to get attached, so he's trying not to really take pictures with you. He might go ahead and do it because you asked him to, but more than likely he doesn't want to, and he might even make up excuses for why he cannot take the picture. He might claim his hair doesn't look good, his outfit's not right, he can't because of his job, his family, etc. It's bullshit. Don't believe it. Number 24. He says he's not ready for a relationship, despite the fact that he's already been 10 feet deep inside your guts and de-gutted you. He doesn't care. He would tell you that he's not serious about having a relationship and that he basically needs time. And if you try to convince him like, oh, so you don't like me, you're talking to someone else. No, I love you, I'm not talking to someone else, but I just don't know, please find a better guy, blah blah blah, that type of bullshit. Yeah, he's cheating on you. He's seeing other girls, he's talking to other people. You're not the only one. He simply doesn't want to break your heart, and he would feel much better if you basically went on and spoke to someone else on your own, or if you just stick around until he does decide to be serious. So yeah, and don't get me wrong ladies, he might actually really like you, but he's just not ready to commit to you. Nevertheless, he's still a fuckboy. And last but not least, number 25, he does not post pictures with you two pretty much at all. Obviously, you can put two and two together. The reason why is he wants to appear to be single on social media so that he'll get messages from other thirsty, desperate chicks, and so that he can also message other girls too without them being like, hey, don't you have a girlfriend? Not to say that, a lot of girls don't care anyway. They'll go ahead and talk to them to begin with. Every relationship is different. Some people don't do that and they really mean no harm by it. I personally used to not take pictures of who I was dating and post them until recently. I kind of started doing that a little bit, but I don't have a gazillion pictures of my boyfriend and I together myself, so you could say that I'm cheating, whatever, but you get my point. You can tell something doesn't seem right. If this guy's pretty much posting pictures of everything and everyone else but you, yeah, that's a sign. And if he claims that he hung out with other girls, but for some reason he never posts pictures of them either, yeah, that's pretty much it. He wants to keep his options open. He doesn't want to turn off other, deter other women by there being other women on their page. Obviously, I can speak for myself too. If I post any pictures with, my boyfriend, obviously it's going to cause guys to be like, oh, she has a girlfriend. You're not going to get as much, interaction or nasty messages from other people because they realize that you're taken. They will respect your relationship. Well, he doesn't want people to respect your relationship because it's not a real relationship. He's just playing you. You're taking it too seriously. So, anyway, if you want to check out what I said in greater detail or recap this video, I have a blog post that has all 25 of these signs to look out for. The signs that you're dating a Japanese fuckboy. Yes, these things can also intertwine in America. These are not all exclusive to Japan, but I live in Japan, I'm giving advice on Japan, and we're talking about Japan. Of course, it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. Every relationship is different. Some of these things your guy might do, some of these things you might do. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're playing you, but the fact fact that you're seeking help online is a pretty telltale sign that even you know that you're being played. Every relationship is different, and I can assure you that if you're in a long distance relationship, like you've never met this guy, you guys have just talked on Skype, yeah, he ain't serious about you. He's talking to other foreign girls here too. He just probably thought, oh, this girl's also cute. He's lining up backups. He wants nudes from as many girls as he can get. He wants to meet you once you come here and take pictures with you so he can show off to his friends that he met, you know, this cute foreign girl, etc. Don't get too serious about this guy. Trust me, like I said, unless you are here in Japan living with him, you've met him, you guys have been together on several occasions, he is not serious about you until you come here. Long distance relationships are very hard to work, especially with someone that you've never really met and from a completely different country and culture. Date at your own risk. Trust your gut. If it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching the 25 things that you should look out for, signs that you are dating a Japanese fuck boy. If you have any more that you would like to add to this list, please leave a comment down below, or you can always send me an email. Give advice, help other girls. Are you in a long distance relationship? Tell me about it. Are there some things on my list that you feel, oh, maybe that's not true, maybe this is genuine, etc.? Go ahead, share. Everybody's experience is going to be different. Of course, we all know there's plenty of people here that are married to people that might, you know, do some of these things, whatever. But again, that's the exception to the rule. In general, you are probably being treated different than how this guy would talk to a normal girl, you know, yet alone a Japanese woman. There are differences in how they date you. A lot of guys here only like foreign girls because they like their bodies in a sexually explicit way, and because they're seen as being more sexually liberated and basically whores in comparison to other Asian girls. It's a known fact here. That is the reason why guys will say and do things to you in Asia, not just Japan, but I noticed that with Korean and Chinese men too, they would never do to their own women. I've talked about this several times. It hurts people's feelings. I don't want to hear the truth, but it's very much indeed true. Are black guys perfect? Absolutely not. That's not my point. Are white men perfect? Absolutely not. I've gotten on them too. The funny thing is, nobody said shit when I did that. But if you talk about anything about Asian men using foreign girls for sex, everyone becomes so vocal and like, oh, that's not true, it's just online. It ain't just online, dumb bitches. I live in Japan. Do you think my experience is just online? I go to work every day. I have friends here, I hang out here. I don't need advice from 18-year-olds and 16-year-old girls that have a fetish for Asian guys. So please be quiet. Anyway, my point in this video is to help and give advice for other girls. Everything in this video is not going to necessarily apply for your relationship. Just because something, you know, is untrue or whatever, or means that the guy's a liar for one girl, this could just be the guy's personality for you. For example, I'm guilty of using my phone just because I feel shy. I might just be reading YouTube comments from you guys and not really texting another guy or whatever, which to another guy, it can look like I'm cheating. So again, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. This is not gospel. I'm simply trying to help and give advice. That is that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, you can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as well. Please read my blog post. I made a blog actually on this video a while ago. I'm just now making a video to go along with it because I got a lot of questions. A lot of girls emailed me after reading that blog trying to get advice on their own relationship. If you have any relationship advice that you would like to share with other women, once again, please leave a comment down below. They would greatly appreciate it, and so would I. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.